Now, Ami, you've made a short doco on the Israel-Hamas war, and has Israel done enough to save Gazans, or are they committing genocide?
The media was flooded with images of destroyed buildings smashed to rubble, and alongside it, the campaign to demonize Israel, a narrative accepted by many people on the left. Do you think that Israel's committing war crimes in Gaza?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like intentionally targeting civilians?
Yeah, they're just like blowing everything up.
That conflict in Gaza?
Oh, yes, I know a lot.
Okay. So do you think that Israel is committing war crimes?
Yes, I do. The definition of a genocide is,
You think it's a genocide?
I think they definitely are.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
From what it sounds like, I'd say so.
Yeah, I think they acting improperly because they killing a lot of innocent people.
Right.
I think they are. I think they are committing war crimes. I see like on the news, hospitals and children, they don't care about the civilians.
So is Israel committing war crimes as the media has promulgated, or is it following the rules of war?
Ami, you must just be dismayed by the opinion of so many of your countrymen and women that they think this is a deliberate genocide, that Israel is going out of its way to kill civilians.
I'm glad you asked. The exact opposite. Because after I interviewed those people, and then we get to the documentary itself, and at the end of the documentary, you have those same people who I interviewed at the beginning, the ones we just saw, and I showed them my documentary, and they're watching it in real time. Every single one of them changed their positions on Israel. All they needed was the actual facts. And you know what? Here's what distresses me more than anything, that there's one killer statistic. I say that obviously tongue-in-cheek. And that statistic is this, is that when the most moral armies in the world, the armies of NATO, go to war, when they fight an urban warfare, which is Israel finds itself fighting in, because it's the most brutal form of warfare, NATO itself, 9 out of 10 people killed in that kind of warfare are civilians. In Afghanistan, for example, and in Iraq. Israel, which is fighting in a far more dense place, right? Gaza, where you have an organization, a government who is deliberately trying to put its own civilians in harm's way. Only 1 out of 2 of the people who are killed are civilians. 50% of them are, in fact, the people are trying to target, which I know sounds like a lot. Look, I know you say the words, every civilian life is too much, and that's true. At the end of the day, you have to look at data, and data shows that the IDF is the most ethical army in the world. You know what people also forget, and at the end of that document, toward the end of the documentary, I was shooting in Israel, and when I was there, I was coming under a withering rocket attack. People forget, Israel, for months, every day was being rocketed by Hamas from Gaza into Tel Aviv, into Jerusalem, into all these population centers. And the only reason why there wasn't massive amount of death because Israel has the technology, Iron Dome, to shoot these things down in midair. But every hour I was there for a week, Rita, there were red alerts where people had to run from their homes.
People forget that, Ami. People forget that. We've run out of time, but we will bring more of that documentary for our viewers next week. Ami Horowitz, thanks for your time tonight.
Always a pleasure.